Welcome back to Homeo Vision and a very good day to all of you watching this video. In this video of Organon of Medicine and Homeopathic Philosophy, I, Dr. Gauthami Deshmukh, will be discussing about aphorism number 16 in brief. Let us see what Hahnemann has to tell us in aphorism number 16. So aphorism number 16 goes like this. I will read the aphorism and I will explain it line by line. So Hahnemann here says that our vital force as spirit-like dynamis cannot be attacked and affected by injurious influences on the healthy organism caused by the external inimical forces that disturb the harmonious play of life. So let us stop here and understand this part of the sentence. So Hahnemann here is telling us that our vital force, our vital force is spirit-like and dynamic in nature. Correct? So it is spirit-like and dynamic in nature. So as we have learned in the previous aphorisms, we know that vital force is not something that is perceptible. We can understand vital force only through experience, only through the effects, only through the um, signs and symptoms that the deranged vital force displays to us in a diseased condition or in a diseased state. So our vital force, as we all know, it is spirit-like and dynamic. So this spirit-like and dynamic vital force, this cannot be attacked and affected, meaning this cannot be influenced by the materialistic external inimical forces. So our vital force cannot be influenced by external. So external meaning anything that is materialistic, anything that is external in nature. So external materialistic forces. Okay. Again, inimical meaning something that is inimical in nature, something that is an enemy like to our vital force. So any materialistic disease causing agents such as all the materia peccans that we have previously learnt about. Okay, so material causes of disease cannot influence, it cannot attack, or it cannot affect our spirit-like dynamic vital force. So such materialistic forces or such materialistic causes of diseases, this cannot disturb the harmonious play of life. Otherwise, than in a spirit-like dynamic way, meaning he says that even the cause of the disease, in order to derange the vital force, even the cause of the disease must be spirit-like and dynamic in nature. So only if the cause that is bringing about a disturbance in the vital force is also dynamic in nature, only if the cause that is causing a disease or disturbing the harmonious play of the vital force, if that disease causing agent is also spirit like and dynamic in nature, only then the vital force will be disturbed, only then the equilibrium will be imbalanced. Okay, and in a like manner, so continuing, Hahnemann tells us that, and in a like manner, all such morbid derangements are nothing but diseases. So all such diseases cannot be removed from it by the physician in any other way than by the spirit-like, dynamic, virtual, alternative power of the serviceable medicines acting upon our spirit-like vital force. Let us stop here and understand this sentence again. So he says that similarly, so we know that our vital force is spirit-like and dynamic, and it is also established that only spirit-like and dynamic forces um, can affect or can disturb the vital force or can bring about a derangement in the vital force. Similarly, all such diseases which are brought about by a derangement in the vital force, meaning all diseases in general or morbid derangements, they also have to be cured. So, cure of such diseases can only be brought about by medicines which have an alterative power. So why the word alterative power is used here is that we know that medicines can bring about a cure only if they have the power to alter a man's state of health, correct? So meaning bringing about a change in the healthy state of a man, healthy state of man. So that is the meaning of the phrase alterative power. So only such medicines which have the power to alter the state of health of a man, only such medicines are to be used. And even these medicines will have to be spirit-like and dynamic in nature. So only medicines which are spirit-like and dynamic in nature, and only those medicines which have the power to alter the state of health of a man, only such medicines can be used to remove the morbid derangements in an organism. Now, these medicines, that is, the spirit-like alternative medicines, they are which perceives them through the medium of the sentient faculty of the nerves everywhere present in the organism. So he says that these dynamic spirit-like medicines, they are perceived through the sentient faculty of the nerves everywhere present in the body. Sentient here meaning sensitive to impressions, sensitive to impressions or any impulses, correct? Or any impulses. So what happens is that when we use these spirit-like dynamic medicines, homeopathic similimum or homeopathic medicines, they will go and act on the sentient nerves, which are present everywhere in the organism. Okay, so this is one aphorism where Hahnemann talks about how the medicines act in our body. So it is through the faculty of our nervous system, that is the sentient faculty of the nerves, so that it is only by their dynamic action on the vital force that the remedies are able to re-establish and do actually re-establish health and vital harmony. After the changes in the health of the patient, cognizable by our senses, that is the totality of the symptoms, have revealed the deceased to the carefully observing and investigating physician as fully as was requisite in order to enable him to cure it. So he says that these medicines, these dynamic spirit-like medicines, which act on the sentient nerves everywhere present in the body, they do so. They are able to affect the vital force because they are dynamic in nature. So the dynamic action of the medicines that we are using homeopathically, they will go and act on the vital force, and by doing so, they are able to re-establish the state of health in the organism. Okay, and this cure is occurring, or this re-establishment of the state of health is occurring because even the medicines that we are using to cure our disturbed vital force is also dynamic in nature, just like our vital force. So he says that only by the dynamic action of the medicines on the vital force, these medicines are able to bring about re-establish harmony and health in the organism. Okay, now again he further says that what is he saying here? And how does this happen? Because we know the totality of the symptoms. So when our vital force is disturbed, we know that when the vital force is disturbed, it puts out signs and symptoms which the physician can perceive, cognizable by our senses. That is, which the physician can perceive. That is the totality of the symptoms. So when our vital force is disturbed by the action of some spirit-like dynamic inimical force, okay, by some dynamic force is coming and disturbing our vital force. Now this disturbed vital force, which has lost its harmony, it starts giving out signs and symptoms. Correct? Now these signs and symptoms are going to be picked up, or these are going to be picked up by the carefully observing and investigating physician. So our very uh, what do we say? Our very smart and observing physician will be able to pick up all these signs and symptoms. He will be able to form a totality of the symptoms. Now, once the totality of the symptoms are formed, we will be able to apply our law of cure, that is the similia similibus curenta, and we will further find a similimum. Okay, that is the most similar remedy. We will find a similimum, we will find a homeopathic similimum, and even this homeopathic similimum is able to bring about a cure because it is dynamic in nature. It is spirit-like in nature, just like our vital force. So similarly, the action of this homeopathic similimum is going to be dynamic. So this dynamic action of the remedy that we have selected by observing the totality of the symptoms, this is going to dynamically act on the vital force, and hence the vital force can be cured, or hence the vital force can be re-established to a state of health and harmony can be restored. So this is how the cure occurs. So therefore, the gist of aphorism number 16 is that one thing that we have to know is Hahnemann talks about the sentient faculty of the nerve. So this is how our medicines act. Okay, medicines act how? They act on the sensitive nerves of our body, which is present everywhere. And the Conclusion of this aphorism is that we know that our vital force is dynamic and spirit-like in nature. Correct? Similarly, the causes of diseases, the causes of diseases should also be spirit-like and dynamic, and the medicines that we use or the curative agents that are used to bring back harmony in the vital force, they should also be dynamic and spirit-like in nature. Okay, so this is the conclusion or inference that we can draw from aphorism number 16. So I hope you've understood aphorism number 16. If you've liked and understood this video, please share it with your fellow friends and students so that it might be of help to them. Also, at the same time, if you do have any doubts, please put them in the comment section below. I'll be able to address it then. Thank you for watching.